Lafise, thanks for coming on the podcast.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Can you please introduce yourselves and let's get started?
Okay, yeah, so my name is Eitel. I am the consumer banking manager. I foresee the entire operation of the branches in Costa Rica. We have 10 branches, and the last one that we have open, it's Nosara branch. We are very happy, and with us is Bryan. He's the manager from the branch, and we are very happy to be here, and thank you for inviting us.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. Are you excited or are you nervous or both?
I am absolutely excited. This is a very new experience. I'm here to help people, to help customers, to reach their dreams, to help them with their plans, and everything I can do for them, I'll do it.
Let's get started with the negative.
Okay.
Banking's tough. Moving money's tough.
Right.
Just basic service is tough. I don't want to say any bank names, but people know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
But what's happening is the service and the wait times and the movement of money has become very challenging. It's very problematic.
Okay, yeah, I mean, in part of our goal to be here in Nosara, it's we as Banco Lafise, we're a bank that has operation for almost 38 years in the region. So we are a very strong bank in Central America. We have operations in Honduras, Dominican Republic, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Panama. And then we have offices that help us that like moving money from one country to the other, right? We are a bank, and we are also part of the SUGEF, which is a superintendency. And they have the rules, how people should move their money, and we follow the rules. But what we do is we come with the customers and we try to understand their business from the beginning so that we can make sure we open the bank accounts with the amounts correctly that they are going to be moving back and forth in order to ensure that you don't get like the alerts and the warnings that normally you get, right?
I see. So is that one of the reasons why the banks are having trouble with basic movements of money on transactions?
What we do is we come along with you. We talk about your business. We understand what are you doing, what are the origins of the funds, and then after that we can establish like a limit in the system. We will get the warnings because we need to follow the rules from the superintendency. But we will talk to you, and we will be able to manage and make sure that if everything is okay, then we will be able to do it. So we have more like a personal management of your accounts. It's not like only opening the account, but it's also managing the customer through the process, through his entire life cycle in the bank, right?
I appreciate the background. So you're saying you're a little bigger, you're spread throughout Central America.
Right.
So the movement of monies into getting it set up, in addition to factoring the client and what their typical business and movements are, you can create your system to where it's not alert, blockage of monies, or we're holding this. You're saying you can avoid that through your setup, and that's interesting. That sounds pretty positive.
Yeah, it's not like it is avoided, but what we require from the customer is to let us know in advance that you're going to receive such amount of money, right? Okay. So for instance, if we start doing your analysis and on a monthly basis, you move, I don't know, 20, 30,000 US dollars from your different bank accounts in whatever country you have your money in, then we will request all the documentation before. So what was your business over there? Do you have that CPA documentation to sustain what are the origin of the funds? And we will be preparing to make sure that your account is going to be set up with the amount of money that you will be able to move, right? Okay. We need to sign all the forms that the superintendency requests because we are regulated, right? We can avoid that, right?
That's understood.
Yeah.
Some rules and regulations can't be adjusted.
Right.
If I can transition and bounce over to you, since you're the man here, what are you going to do to help with the service? Because again, the whole town right now is very frustrated in the banking sector.
Mm-hmm.
Lafise is new, and congratulations, but you're also walking into what seems like a nice opportunity. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, the last bank that came here and opened, everyone was like, okay, they're going to fix it. What are you going to do differently to help service both the expats and the local Nosareños? Because going to the bank right now, it's like an all-day affair.
We try to have a very close relation. It's not that you only come to the bank and open the account, but we try to keep that very close relationship. Let's meet at the bank or let's meet in your office. We sign all the papers we need. We keep that conversation every day, that if you need something else, you let me know. Well, I have a telephone just for the customers.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, I have it there. Yeah, I have a number just for customers. We try to work with appointments, because we understand that the time of everybody is like it's like a treasure. I don't want you to come to the bank and wait for 3 hours to be there. So let's make an appointment. Let's talk about it. If you need something very specific, let me know before you come into the bank so that we can arrange it. You just go and sign what you need and then go back to your work.
Did I hear you right? You said you'd bring the papers to me or to your clients?
I do it.
Really? That might be the biggest point of this whole episode.
Yeah, it's not only that. We use electronic channels to communicate with people. We can communicate via email, so we can get requests from you guys from email, or you can make a phone call, and we will put like a support on that call via an email, and then we will execute whatever you need, right? Or we can work with appointments, or Bryan can come along to your office and do the paperwork. So it's bringing the bank to your offices and not the other way around, right? It's pretty much what we are trying to do over here, and it's part of our DNA, to work that way in the branches we have in the country.
So you're comfortable with that, driving around on these bumpy roads and beating up your car?
I've been fixing my car for 2 times.
Hey, cars come here to die.
Yeah.
That's one of our cars don't live very long here. But there's a lot of people who want to be here, and we have a lot of construction and alarms going off, as you can hear in the background. There's a lot of stuff happening in Nosara.
Right.
So you're saying you'll physically go meet with people and you'll address their needs in person.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And after knowing the customer, then we will feel more comfortable knowing what we are doing, right?
I got it.
Yeah.
And you're saying you'll shorten, you still have to go through the standard procedures, but you're shortening the curve via electronically and in person via your branch manager going to them.
Exactly.
Can you guys keep this up? Is this just what you're saying now to get started, or is this something you can still do next year and the year after that?
We just added another person to the staff, and that's going to be focusing on businesses, right? Because we as a universal bank, we have like separated in 3 main businesses, which is corporate banking for people who has $10+ million investments or saving accounts or other type of financial mechanisms. We have business banking and we have consumer banking. So what we are doing is we are straightening the forces over here to make sure that we can keep up with the rhythm, because we have been doing lots of deals over here. We have been supporting a lot of customers, and we have had so many good comments about the way we are doing things over here in Nosara.
So you feel you're off to a good start? You're comfortable with how things are going?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's good to hear. So can I ask a couple questions just about...
Sure.
Can you walk us through your services, your lending programs, etc.? Can you kind of tell us your services and how they fit in for the various demographics?
Yeah, sure. We have like basic services like bank accounts with debit cards, so that debit cards can be used as a payment method, which is very good to make. It's bancarization, right, of the people. That's one of our main goals as a bank, to make sure everybody has access to this kind of products, right?
So there's no minimum balance requirement?
No.
You can come in with a couple dollars and open an account with you?
Yeah. That's part of our products, our services. We also send money to Nicaragua, there is a big community over here in Nosara. Since we have operation in Nicaragua, then we are able to make transfers through our systems. So it's a very good services that we have provided among all these years that we have been operating, right?
I bet that's taking off well.
Yeah.
So the Nicaraguans in the area are happy, are people who travel like myself.
Since we are integrated in Central America, then from your cell phone with our app, which is called Bancanet, you will be able to move money from your account in Nicaragua to your account in Costa Rica without even going to the bank, right?
You joking?
So we are pretty much using technology to make more practice the life of customers, right? It is part of our goals to work like that.
It's like Simpe, it's just a wire, right? It's just a wire.
You now live here full time.
Yeah.
What is going well and what's going bad? Like what? Tell me the good, and then please tell me like the challenges you're facing.
We brought different opportunities to people. I mean, people are coming after COVID. People are coming more to Nosara, and they try to do banking. They didn't have good chances to have good experience, but now we're trying to change that, like changing that
It's
thinking,
working.
and it's really working. As we said, we opened on January. We've been here like about 6 months or 7 months.
7 months. Yeah.
We have more than 500 accounts. We have deposits from the customers. People trust in us, so that's very interesting. Every time we do different. I keep saying different because that means a lot for me. So when you do things very different, people will appreciate it more than anything else. So just to have a conversation. Last time I had a customer, and she was like, "How can I make an appointment with you that easy? I mean, how can I come to you? Just I talk to you by message and tell you, hey, I need an appointment, and I say, come in tomorrow or later. It depends on the day. How is that easy?
That has to be a good feeling.
Yeah, that thing that we would like more, and that's one of the reasons why we appreciate so much this invitation is we would like to spread more the voice that we are here. We would like the people to be more confident, because sometimes there are people that they prefer to stay where they are right now and still doing the routes for 3-4 hours. But some of the customers have trusted in us, and they have been experiencing a different service, and they are very glad that we came to Nosara. So what we would like to do is to make sure everybody knows, and they are aware that we are here, that it's not like we're a small bank like making like an essay or something. No, this is for real, and we have been, as I mentioned at the beginning, 38 years in the region. That's something important, and we know how to do banking, and we have been working and helping so much people over here, but we would like to be helping more, right? We already starting financing houses to local and to expat.
A lot of people are staying at the same bank that they're currently at because setting up the account was very challenging. So although they have to sit in line all day and they're mad about it, they might be scared to leave their bank because they don't want to have to go through the whole arduous process of setting up a bank account. So what are you guys doing to help people set up the account, and what's that process like with Lafise?
It depends on the type of account that the person would like to have, right? If it's a Simplified account, which allowed us to handle less than $2,500 a month, then you can do it digitally from your cell phone,
Okay.
right? If you would like to manage more money on a monthly basis, then you will have to come to the branch, or we can send Bryan to whatever place you would like to be
Hold on.
visited.
So pause. You're
Yeah.
saying to set up an account, you'll send Bryan to go set it up.
Yeah, we can do that.
You sure?
Yeah, that's what we do. We've been trying to work with lawyers, with accountants, so they are our main contacts. Some customers come to us because of the lawyer or because of the accountant. So most customers, they have sent the papers through email. We arrange everything. We prepare the contracts and everything related to the account, and I go to the customer and sign the papers. Or if they want to come to my office, that's okay too.
Wow. So your commitment level to this service thing, the way you're solving this, you're digitizing things, and then on the personal level, you're doing it via your branch manager willing to go.
Right.
So not just the service, like the question I asked earlier, you're saying to start an account, offer service, Bryan's available to go do that.
Right. Yeah. That's one of our main differences. It's the first impression, right? Because I'm understanding what you're saying. it's pretty much, I spend, I don't know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month opening a bank account. I won't pass to that process again, but let's give it a try, give us an opportunity, and we will prove that we can do businesses pretty quick, pretty fast. And that's the first impression. You open your account and then you will start seeing how things can be different.
Walk us through the very first step, like steps A, B, C to get it started.
Yeah, it depends on how the customer will want to do it, right? If you want to come by our branch, which we haven't mentioned, where is it located, right? It's behind the Nosara gas station, so it's a pretty well centralized location. So if you want to come to the branch to see it, because some customers want to feel the brick and mortar, right, to make sure that the bank really exists, you can come to our branch, and we will help you from that point, right? Otherwise, you can send an email to Bryan, so you can start applying via email, and then we can come up with the documents and then get them signed.
My email is Bcortes, with an S, not with a Z, but with S, so Bcortes @lafise.com.
And then your website?
www.lafise.com.
Right.
That's our website.
Mm-hmm. So that you can have access through WhatsApp, which is something very normal at these days, and we have incorporated that as a part of our communication channels with our customers.
Nice.
Yeah.
What other areas should we cover? Because you heard me complaining about banking in general. You
Yeah.
offered an explanation for that and how you're trying to deal with it
Yeah.
through all of your services.
Right.
Uh,
So lending, I think it's one of the most important things we have been doing so far. Yeah. We have a very good management process and product for non-residents, right? So we can do loans for non-residents. We have a process internally that makes us very fast and very quick process to validate the documentation that is needed to request a loan. And we have different loans, right? We have like land plus construction loans. If you already have your house free, you can use it as an equity loan also. And pretty much the documents that we have requested is like, we pretty much focus on US and Canadian citizens, right? Because we are able to validate the IRS income with our office in Miami, right? So we will request like bank account statements, IRS information, your ID, which is your passport pretty much. And with that, we can start doing like a pre-analysis of your financial status, right? And once that's done, then we proceed to do the land validation. We send an appraisal team outside the company, which will tell us if the property can be taken as a warranty and how much is the worth of that property. So we already have I don't know, something between 10 to 15 loans already in place, and we are very very happy about that condition. Yeah.
how long does this process generally take?
If the customer presents all the documents, it will take us like a couple of weeks to have the financial approval. And once we have that, then we can do the land survey, and that will take a couple of weeks. So we're talking about 1 month if everything is set up in place, right? It depends if it's a construction, right? Because then the construction plan needs also to be appraised. And sometimes people they have the land, but they don't have the permits to construct, and that will take a little bit further in the process. But once we have all the documentation, then we should be able to give you a final response within a month about that credit that you are needing to proceed, right? And this is not only for persons, but also for restaurants, for hotels that they need a remodelation. So we can also work with them to make sure they get the money to make a refurnishing of the premises.
So to build a house, if somebody owns just the dirt,
Uh-huh.
would you lend to someone in that situation? They came down, they have enough money to buy the dirt, but not the house?
Yeah, that's pretty much what we have been doing. Yeah, they own the land, and we have them to go through the construction plan
So
process.
you'll go appraise the value of the land itself,
Right.
and then do they need to have building permits already?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's very important. Right.
So I'm trying to find where the challenge is in the process. So
Yeah.
building permits take a while. And
Yeah.
So that would be the issue. But you're saying you guys will approve it, but it's contingent upon
getting the permits, right?
Okay, got it. So somebody can know they're approved. They
Right.
just have to wait for it to process. Like
Right.
you're not going to say get your permits and then then we'll tell you if it's approved.
No, we divided the process in two parts, right? Analyzing the person and analyzing the property.
Interesting.
Very nice.
Well, credit cards, all that type of stuff. Any standard banking products? Anything special you'd like to go over? Any area you'd like to cover regarding your products or services?
In general, we have bank accounts, we have certificates, like you can put funds in 3, 6, 12-month period and then get like a better interest rate. We have credit cards and we do loans for cars, we do loans for houses. That pretty much in the personal banking. And as I mentioned, we also do business and we also do corporate. So if you have like a big project and you are planning to start a hotel, you know, in Nosara, or to build like a project with houses, then we should be able also to see the project and then make sure if we can proceed, right?
I'm sort of laughing on the inside because you hear all the construction.
Yeah.
Did you do that loan?
I'm not sure, probably. Yeah, it's one of our loans, right? I don't know where it's located, but yeah, it's probably.
There's nowhere to go to get away from construction in Nosara right now.
Everybody's building now. Everywhere you go here, there is a housing process.
What are the challenges? Like, what's the difficulty?
Yeah, I mean, the challenges is sometimes people don't present the documentation on time, or they don't let us know that they are going to be receiving money. So sometimes we get the money from the international transfer, and then we get the alert, right? Because it's part of our system, it's part of what we have to do. And sometimes people haven't been able to communicate in advance that's happening. So that get us a little bit of a struggle because we are not able to liberate that money as fast as we should, right?
Because your warning was triggered, whereas you're saying
Right.
people notify you via, is that email or app or?
Via email or writing to the operations department in the branch office we have.
Well, that happens a lot here.
Yeah.
People have their vacation homes or their houses or their situation, and money needs to come from wherever it comes from.
Right.
Or they sell. What you're saying is to avoid the issues, contact you whenever a large chunk is coming.
Yeah. At that time, we will let you know which documents we will be needing to liberate the money. So if, for instance, you need to present like an invoice or something, then if you request that invoice at the time we get the money, then it will take 3-4 days to get it, right? If you let us know in advance, then you will get the invoice in advance, and once the money is here, we will be able to match the right documentation with the right amount of money, and then we will be able to liberate money faster, right? That's something we have been struggling because we need to, I would say, educate the customers to do that in order to help us, in order to help you guys to make sure you get the money in a faster way.
So it's similar frustrations. What you're saying is we're all facing the same challenges as far as moving increments.
Right.
You're saying you're doing your best you can to lower the time it takes and the frustration by just notify us ahead so you can mark it in your system. And you're saying that is working.
Exactly.
But if they don't communicate with you, then it's not.
Then we will be struggling, and sometimes customers won't be happy, right? Everybody has to do their part, right, of the process. And
hey, this is a helpful episode because if people know that, then they can start doing it and it'll lower frustration.
I had a customer from England. They came to my office. We talked about the wire and we approved the papers they gave us. It was like today in the morning. They send the money in the afternoon, and tomorrow it was in the account. So that was pretty fast.
Okay, so with notifications, you guys can move quick.
Right.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah. As I mentioned, that part of communicating to the customer that we are here, it seems Nosara is a pretty a small community, but everything is like going sometimes slower than in other places. So one of the reasons that we are here again is because we will think this will help us spreading the voice that we are in the zone and that we have been working trying to fix banking issues to our customers, right?
What else should we cover while you're here? What can use this platform and say whatever you'd like?
No, it's we are as a bank we are always looking for people who wants to apply to different jobs. That was one of the parts we struggle a lot finding the right person for the right position. Personally, I'm very happy to have Bryan on board, and because he has been doing a very good job. And then we try to look for the people on the platform and on the customer service team. That's quite. It was quite difficult to find the people, right? So we as a bank we are always opening positions. So if somebody wants to apply, also it will be interesting to keep it on our database for further positions that we might open in the future, right?
Who do they contact? Bryan?
Yeah,
with me.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
Yeah, Bryan will be able to help them and to tell them a little bit about our positions and.
In the Nosara area, there's a lot of talented people.
Yeah.
It's a small town, but there's a lot of talented people from the area, and the education system is improving so that they can get the jobs. That's been one of our big challenges in the area. This used to be agricultural. Where we're at 50 years ago was all cut down, these trees and these. It was different, right?
Right.
And then Nosara itself is kind of spread out because you have Nosara town.
Exactly.
You have Santa Marta over there, Oceanal even further, then Delicious over there at Esperanza.
And then Garza, right?
Right, so it's all kind of, and getting the education system and getting the kids to the school is one of our challenges. The roads are horrible, it's spread out, but my point is it's getting better, but we still have a long ways to go.
Right.
And it will be fantastic if you guys can hire people from the area.
Yeah.
That would be a great thing.
I mean, everybody that works over here, they are from the zone, from Nicoya, from the Guanacaste area, so we are very happy that we are also helping on that. And a couple of things I would like to share you, it's we also have a sponsor, the skate park. I don't know if you have seen the wall, the climbing wall.
I see it every day.
Yeah, and it's sponsored by Lafise. It's part of our investment in the zone to make sure the kids have places to go along. So we have support that initiative, and we are very happy. And we are also sponsoring the surfing, the Costa Rican surfing tournament. We are very happy to be a little bit involved with the community, right? It's part of what we like to do.
Hey, keep doing that, because we need it. And Nosara, like whenever something new happens, we yell about it and we get all worried and talk a lot of smack. But the reality is people have good intentions, and Nosara is very special.
Right.
It's not a normal place. So people are fighting to try to keep it okay. And like this construction we're hearing, it scares people. Because monkeys climb right there. And when those trees go down, it's sad. But the good is when people come in and provide jobs, hire local people, give back. So keep doing that. Like it's appreciated. And over time, people will see that. And it'll go from another bank, just more people kind of that thinking into I saw this and I saw that, and then you'll become accepted. And I think your growth will continue the more you steer into the community. So thank you for doing that. Please continue.
Yeah, we will. Thank you.
Personal questions. What's your 3 favorite restaurants in the Nosara area? Not in any specific order.
Okay.
Just what are your 3? Just think if you had to choose your next 3 meals, what restaurants would they be at? Okay,
I will say Tierra Magnifica. I will say La Brasa, and I will say El Basilico.
Hey.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah.
And?
I would say La Luna, Tierra Magnifica, and also the restaurant at the hill, the Tijuana.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, those are my 3 favorite restaurants.
Right on. Any messages you have in particular that you'd like to get off your chest?
Another important thing we do is have more hours for customers, so that if they end the working day at 4 p.m., for example, even they have 1 hour more for going to the bank. So we are open from Monday to Friday. We are open from 9 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. And we are also open on Saturdays, which is very interesting for some customers. On Saturdays, we work from 9 in the morning to 12.
Gotcha. All right. So the people who are working during the week, you have Saturdays. You said 9 to 12. Did I hear you right?
Yeah,
And then Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Is that correct?
that's right.
All right. Go back to your location again and tell people exactly how to find you one more time.
It's just like a new name for the plaza, Plaza Nimbu, which is close to the hardware store.
It's behind the gas station at the Nosara.
Yeah, just go to the Bomba.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just to the bomba.
Behind the bomba.
Behind that, you will see our sign. Yeah. We also have 5 ATMs in the zone, right? We have at Super Las Delicias. We have at Super La Paloma. We have one at the gas station at the bomba, and we have 2 more at our branch. So we have been covering the area with ATMs so that people can also use their cards to request money, right?
Nice.
And if you're going to out of Nosara and you forgot to take money, there is another one in close to the La Bomba de Samara,
Right.
Okay.
like in the cross to Samara. There is a
So the other gas station over.
Yeah. You know, that belong to the Bcortes family, and we are very close to them. So we have been doing businesses in the area, and they have supported us, and we are very happy that we made this.
So it's nice to have ATM surfacing, and again, a lot of the stuff that you're doing is nice to hear. Thanks for the personalized service. Congratulations on your new job.
Thank you very
Congratulations
much.
on launching Nosara.
Thank you. And next time you are welcome to come to our office, and then maybe we can do
record it there.
the
Yeah.
podcast over there, so people can see the offices and so forth.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I appreciate you both. Thanks so much.
Thank you.